Welcome to this week's edition of Taiwan Outlook. I'm your host, Chi-Chen Lo. For many years, Taiwan has been recognized by the world by its political democracy and economic vitality. But in recent years, people in Taiwan began to a different price of Taiwan. Many Taiwanese has impressed the world by their performance and outstanding achievements in issues such as sports, arts, and so on. For instance, we have Jamie Wang playing baseball at Dodgers. We also have Ann Lee, a very famous director in the movie business. In today's program, we are very delighted to invite one of these rising stars in our pride of Taiwan. Let's welcome Fenni Chen. Fenni, welcome to our program.
I'm very happy to be here.
I know you're a soprano. I know it's very difficult to get into this kind of business. But let's start with your student year first. You graduated from the high school in Taiwan, and you are recruited, invited to study in the States. How did that happen?
When I was in high school, third year, actually the last year when I was still a student in Taiwan, and then I saw there's a poster about the audition, a vocal audition, that if I pass this audition, I may come to the state to study in the college. So I talked to my teacher, and I decided I prepare a couple songs, and then I went the audition. And I passed. I was so surprised.
So they discovered you have a talent of going to this kind of business.
Yeah.
Yeah. But before you went to the States, what's your major at that time?
Oh, that time, Chinese instrument. Yeah.
So that's a big career change, right?
Totally. I have no clue about opera. Yeah.
But why did you decide to go to that audition?
I was so pure. I was so, I don't know. I'm so insane. I just don't know anything. I just oh my God, I've never been to the States. I want to go there.
So that was the first time you went to the States?
Yeah. That's my first flight over the sea to the other country.
But did you feel scared of going there?
During that time, I was so young, so I have no feeling.
So you were very excited at that time?
Yeah.
But after you went there, it must be very tough.
It is.
As a foreigner starting in the States.
It is. Totally different. Yeah, when I just came there, the first week I didn't eat that much because I don't know how to buy the food. I don't know how to go to the storage, and then I have no clue. Yeah.
So you study vocal and other Chinese.
Other language, yeah. I have to study 4 languages. That is the most difficult thing.
4 languages?
German, French, Italian, English. Sometimes I have to learn Latin or
So you only study English before you went to the States?
I didn't study that much.
So it must be very tough. On the one hand, you have to study language, or on the other hand, you also have to study, musical training.
Yeah, that's true. And I also have to take in some acting class to perform and act like an American. Yeah.
Were there many foreign students
Not
studying
really. I'm the only foreigner in the college. Yeah, I mean, in my major department.
Yeah, but Carnegie Mellon University come to Taiwan a lot to
yeah, but mostly they take the graduate student in the vocal department or the pianist. Instrument people don't have to talk much; they just play violin and piano. Yeah.
So, but which part of your voice they find more inspiring and promising?
I have a very deep and a huge, powerful voice that makes them surprised and impressed too.
So after training over there, where did you advance your study?
Where?
Yeah. Or what kind of other trainings do you have after your graduation from the Carnegie Mellon? Oh,
I went to the Boston Conservatory, and then also I studied University of Massachusetts in Boston, and then I've been training from the school. Yeah.
So you also began your career, professional career when you were students over there?
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, since three years ago, and I started to sing everywhere in the world. And then I went to Europe, joined the music festival, and tried to audition, get in the solo part with an orchestra. Yeah, I compete with Americans.
Yeah, I know there are many pianists, young students and so on from Taiwan to study in the States. But I think not many people like you, going into vocal voice performance. Yeah. Why is that?
Why is that? When I were in the Boston Conservatory, I realized I have a very powerful voice, and that makes me very confident. Compete with other people. I already have a talent.
Yeah.
That means I'm better than other people. Yeah.
Yeah, but you're very thin actually.
Yeah, I'm a tiny person.
My impression of this kind of soprano is that they're always very.
It is. Usually they are very big.
Very big. Yeah.
Yeah. Whenever they're all on the stage, my professor like to put me as the last person, because when I when I go on the stage, they can see me. I said, "Where is the
very
little tiny girl? Is Chinese girl there?" I brought my voice. I opened my mouth to sing. They're so surprised. Oh my God! Oh, you can see all the people drop their jaw.
So they didn't, understand that a very tiny little girl like you could sing such a big voice.
Yeah, it is. If you close the door, if you don't see me, I sing the opera, and they probably imagine this is a fat black woman singing opera music, but then it's an Asian.
Yeah, but do your professors or teachers encourage you to eat more?
Yeah.
Yeah. Do they do that?
Yeah, they do.
Yeah. So, but you just, they think.
I don't care. I just see. I'm in a school. I just like you guys. Yeah. We are doing the same training. I don't see I'm an Asian. I'm just working harder than you guys. So I should better than you guys.
Yeah. But in addition to the techniques that you had to learn, language is also one of the barriers you have to overcome.
Yes.
As you know that you're not native speakers to those languages.
Yes.
How do you overcome the difficulties?
I have very hard time, especially in English, because my professor want me to get rid of my Chinese accent. Yeah, Taiwanese accent. She told me, don't hang out Taiwanese people. This is American. You have to just focus on America. So it was hard time. So I try to just only hang out American people or no Chinese in my life.
Yeah, but you're a classical singer, opera singer. You have to sing a lot of Italian and other songs.
Yeah.
How do you overcome the language barriers?
Oh, I went to Italy. So that's why I went there, and then I started during the program there. I start to sing, taking language every summer. Yeah.
But as you mentioned, that as an Asian, singer, I think most foreigners, Westerners, tend to have different views about stereotypes, actually, of the Asian singer. How do you overcome or try to present a different Asian to those people?
I never say I'm an Asian. I see myself as
a singer,
a person. Yeah.
But there must be some difficulties as Asian, to perform in that particular stage.
A lot of American people come to me, and they are jealous to me too. Yeah, they told me Asian people only study. They are smart. Nobody like to sing. Nobody like to act.
But you do have the talents.
Yeah, I said I can sing. I can. So what? I am Fenni Chen. I do everything. I can do anything. Yeah.
But you also must work very hard, try to be better than many people with much better talents and so on. What did you do?
I double work. Double work.
You had to practice a lot?
Yeah, double work. American people, English is their first language. Yeah. But my first language is Chinese. So I have to practice harder than other people. I have to do double or triple work than them. Yeah. So
people, tend to only see your talents, but they don't see your, hard work,
They don't see it. No, they do see. They do see. Because I remember, for example, I have a girls' night with all American girls, and then they helping me. They trying to practice it in different accent. Yeah. And then I have a lot of good friends. They trying to. And then they can see,
But as you mentioned that as Asian, you also have some uniqueness that other people cannot have. What do you think? What are the good things about Asian heritage?
Beauty. Yeah, we're looking different, and the culture.
Culture. What kind of culture do you think is helpful?
Chinese or Taiwanese culture is a different. Yeah, the way I dress, the way I treat. Other people. Yeah.
But to sing a song, especially Western songs, you also have to read the cultures behind the song, right? So you read a lot.
I have to read a lot different story, even the different language.
But the thing is, you also sing Chinese songs or Western songs, Oriental songs. What are major differences between these kind of different songs?
I would just go over the sea to the country and to see, to feel, to touch. Yeah, and then
So, you know, to sing the song better, it's not just about your training, but also the way that you feel life.
Yeah.
And touch life.
That's. Yeah,
how many countries have you traveled already?
In the Western.
Yeah.
Only like 4 or 5.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, mostly in Europe. Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. And how about Asian countries? A lot?
Not really.
Yeah.
Taiwan, Japan. That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But after you went to the States, do you come back to Taiwan a lot? You know.
Not really.
Not really.
Because I want to concentrate like in the being training and living the life.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So you got your master's degree already?
Not really.
Still working on it?
No. I only have a bachelor degree.
A bachelor degree.
Yeah, I only have a bachelor degree.
You're thinking about any
Not
master's?
really. Not
so you
really.
began your
I don't
professional.
know. I've been working with like many top professional people, and then they told me, "You are a singer. Why are you in the school?"
I see.
Yeah.
So you are more performing rather than academic, you know.
Yeah, that's true.
Mm-hmm. And also, I know that you've been also interacting with the many Taiwanese community over there, and you were invited by our embassy to sing the national anthem over there. Do you think that that's a pride, pride for you to be able to sing that kind of stuff?
In the beginning, I think it's a responsibility.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. I'm a represent not about myself as a country. I want to sing well, and I want to sing the song about Taiwan. I sing powerful, and I want people to know how strong I am, because I'm the symbol of Taiwan.
As you know, that many singers were invited to a stadium and places like that to sing their anthems.
Yeah.
So do you have the same feeling when you sing the national anthem of Taiwan?
A lot of American people invite me to sing their national anthem.
Yeah.
I'm not even American. I'm still singing the national anthem for American.
Yeah. So when you sing the national anthem of Taiwan, you feel differently, right?
Yeah. Every song I feel, and then I try to gain myself in a different person.
Yeah. So we'll be back. We're talking about your performing arts in different stages. But when we come back, we will listen to your singing of national anthem.
Thank you.
So stay with us. We'll be back after these messages.